Hi there. Tonight we're going to try a meal out of the Scouts Outdoor Cookbook. So please stick around. For this one, hi there. Tonight we're doing a meal out of the Scouts Outdoor Cookbook. It's Hawkeye Stew. Never done it before. Just sounded really good when I was thumbing through it. I just picked this book up, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. We were down in Chattanooga vacationing, and we stopped in at the lodge store. I picked it up there. So we're going to give this a try tonight. I've got two things going against me. I'm hoping to get all this done before it rains. It's supposed to rain late tonight, but it looks like it's going to come in probably in the next hour. It's got that feel and look to it. And I've got this stupid truck on the other side of in the neighbor's property that just showed up about half an hour ago, and it won't stop running, so it's driving me nuts. I'll be glad when all this Corona crap's over with so we can go back to normal. So I'm going to get, I've got my iron heating up, and we're going to fry up some ground beef, which is still in the house. So let me go back and get that and be back. Alright, so I'm going to fry up some ground beef. I do believe that's going to be the last time I'm going to be able to do that. I've been doing yard work all day, so I decided it would be very suiting just to continue using my fire and cook with it tonight too. We have opted to cut this recipe in half right away. We've been eating quite a bit of leftovers all week long. Seems like almost everything I've made has been large. So we've had 3 meals out of the squirrel stew that I made the other day, and we've had about 4 meals out of a ham and bean soup that we made. So we're, although the leftovers are nice and it's, you know, one meal can stretch out a long ways, we're just kind of wanting a different variety for towards the end of this week. So we're going to cut this recipe in half. Get this good and browned up. Wish I would have brought my wooden spoon out. I don't want to scratch too much of my oven up, but it'll be alright. Alright. We're supposed to drain the grease off, but you know, there really is not that much to drain off. I'm going to leave that. I've got, like I said, we cut this recipe in half, so the original calls for 8. I'm putting 4 stalks of celery. 2 onions, and I'll try to turn the bowl this time so you can see instead of just getting in the way. And it's supposed to be a whole head of cabbage, but I'm just putting a half a head in there. I grabbed a small head of cabbage to start with when I bought all the ingredients. And these are kind of 1/4 inch slices is what they said we're supposed to do with it. And then just let that cook down a few until pretty much the onions get translucent. Cabbage is going to wilt some. Alright, I just went ahead and put the lid on just to help the cabbage and stuff wilt down a little bit faster. And if you listen, that truck has left, or it's in the process of leaving. So we live pretty rural, and the electric company is in the process of bringing fiber optics out to the neighborhood so we can have some fiber to the house internet. I'm pretty sure that's what all that's been about. The last week or so they've been working in this neighborhood, so I shouldn't complain, but at the same time it's kind of annoying. Alrighty. Hey. Okay, so got 1 can of kidney beans with the liquid. And 1 can of stewed tomatoes with the liquid. It calls for 2 cups of water. I'm going to opt for beef broth just to help make it a little more flavorful. Thinking if you were going to carry cans out to the campsite, then a can of beef broth isn't going to weigh you down any more than that. So after all, it's a Basecamp meal to start with, right? Use a little bit of that beef broth just to rinse out the goodness at the bottom of the other can. So, all right. And as I'm going to set this other off to the side in reserve. I'm probably going to wind up using it, pretty sure. But I was only supposed to use a cup of water, so I figured that would have been about half a can. So we'll just kind of mix all this together real fast. Lower the heat, so I'm going to shovel some of these coals out of here and then let it simmer for about 45 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of that liquid in there. I know the cabbage is still going to cook down some, but there's still also supposed to be enough liquid to put dumplings on top when. Yeah, I can see a couple nights of leftovers off of this too. What was it originally supposed to hold, Rue?
10 to 12. Serve 10 to 12.
Yep, the full recipe was 10 to 12, so we figured 5 to 6, and yeah, it's going to be a lot.
Smells good.
Looks good. Oh, sorry, forgot to salt, pepper, and chili powder. I forget the exact ratio right now. I think a teaspoon each. Almost forgot to put that in there. You guys are missing out. It's smelling really wonderful. Hawkeye Stew, they call this. I don't know why it called out to me so, out of all the things in the book to try first. I don't know if it was Last of the Mohicans Hawkeye, MASH Hawkeye. Okay. It's doing really well. I think it's actually running a little hotter than I want it to. Ooh. I'm going to have to shovel a few more of them bottom coals out. But look at that. It's doing really, really good. Yeah, I think I'm going to reduce a little bit more than bottom coals. See if we can't slow it down just a little bit. Wow, everything's getting quiet here finally. It's been probably 35 minutes or so. It also calls for some dumplings, and my wife went to go check the mail so she'll be back in just a few minutes, and when she does, I'm going to have her mix up the dumpling batter, which in our case is going to be 2 cups of Bisquick, although we're not using Bisquick. We have the Pioneer brand, and 3/4 of a cup of milk. You can just do the math. It was originally twice that much. So I'm going to take a quick peek on things. I've let my coals kind of dwindle down just because it's been running hot. So I'm just letting it do its own thing. And oh, man, look at that. So that is, yep, that is. Really close to ready for the dumplings, let me tell you. Thing of beauty. Okay, we are coming on right about 45 minutes. So, everything I know is going to be ready. It's been working hot to start with, so there's the meal. I'm going to try to do this without making a big mess out of myself, but one little dumpling, 2 little dumpling, 3 little dumpling, I think, yeah, let me move this little guy out the way here. Here we go. We got 6 dumplings, enough for a leftover night. And that should go about 10 more minutes. And I think I'm going to put a few more coals back on top just to help fluff them dumplings up real fast. Alright, let's see how we've done here. It has been, I don't know, 13 minutes I think since we put the dumplings on. Ooh, they plumped up really good. Look at that, they're nice and look at them little fellas. They look really good, don't they? Yep. Alrighty, so I'm going to pull this. It's been, hey, you're not going to like being over near that, buddy. We're going to get some plates and get it plated up and stuff, and we'll be right back. But I'm calling this done. Alright, we're going to get you something to eat.
Do you want me to trade?
No, I just didn't know how that, I didn't know that one had a stain in it.
Oh, yummy, Karl. Look at this. Get me a big dumpling.
I wonder where that came from.
Don't know. Ooh, ouch. Hot.
Is it?
Hopefully it doesn't need salt, because I didn't bring it.
Yeah.
Looks good. Smells good. Mmm.
All right, so let's see how we did. The dumpling's really good.
Ooh, that's hot.
It's hot. Oh yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that stew's really good. The flavors blended well together. It's hot. I hate that phone. Yeah. That was a really good find, that recipe. I wouldn't change anything from it. It's really good. So I want to thank you for watching. Sorry about some of the noise distractions from earlier, and we'll see you next time.